Ignoring injustice has made oppression universal. The pattern. A society conditioned to ignore rights violations. When a society accepts the denial of rights for a despised minority or stigmatized group, it weakens the instinct to defend anyone's rights. History repeats a predictable cycle. Redefinition of the target. Ordinary people are labeled as criminals, deviants, or enemies, e.g., marijuana users branded as psychotic, dangerous, and immoral. Normalization of state overreach. Public tolerates excessive policing, fines, and punishments because it targets them. Erosion of civic empathy. People stop questioning whether punishments fit the offense or if an offense even exists. Expansion of oppressive systems. Surveillance, forfeiture, and incarceration tools, once built, extend beyond the original target. This pattern defies the marijuana war on cannabis. Cannabis war, 165 years of rights violations. While the 1937 Marijuana Tax Act is frequently cited as the start of U.S. prohibition, New York banned Indian hemp as early as 1860. This launched a template for violating citizens' rights under the guise of law. Victims faced mass criminalization, tens of millions arrested for possessing or selling a plant, forfeiture and deprivation. Families lost homes, jobs, and welfare eligibility due to convictions, torture and abuse, brutal police tactics, denial of medical cannabis in prisons, and violent home raids. Family separation, children taken from parents under child endangerment pretexts, loved ones deported. Silencing and censorship, researchers threatened, licenses revoked, publications suppressed. Death and murder, killings and botched raids, extrajudicial violence, and lethal neglect in custody. Financial ruin, fines, court costs, asset forfeiture, and restitution payments to the state. Lifetime stigma, permanent records, lost voting rights, revoked licenses, and housing exclusion. Political disenfranchisement, criminal records suppress entire communities' electoral power. For 165 years, most citizens stayed silent, accepting propaganda as their neighbors were arrested, starved, tortured, separated, silenced, or killed because it was just about marijuana, the most dangerous drug. Inevitable spread, abuses extend to all. The machinery built to target cannabis users now ensnares everyone. Below are the violations from the war on cannabis, followed by their expansion to the general population. War on cannabis, past. Asset forfeiture from drug suspects, warrantless surveillance of drug areas, mandatory minimum sentences, family separated for child endangerment, denial of medical cannabis in prison, propaganda to demonize users, policing justified by war on drugs, financial punishment and restitution, general population. Now, civil asset forfeiture from travelers, small businesses, anyone with cash, mass digital surveillance of all citizens, phone and internet data mining, mass incarceration for nonviolent offenses, family split by immigration enforcement, poverty-related removals, or mass incarceration, denial of essential health care, ration medication in broader systems, algorithmic misinformation, mass manipulation of public opinion, militarized policing of protests, dissent, and entire neighborhoods, debtors' prisons, predatory fines, inflation eroding savings. What society tolerated against cannabis users became a blueprint for universal control. The stigma was a pilot project. The real goal was broader social domination. Unasked question: why expect your rights to be safe if you don't defend your neighbors? If you accept property seized without trial, why be shocked when yours is taken? If you ignore raids on others' homes, why be outraged when your door is kicked in? If you tolerate imprisonment of nonviolent people, why be surprised when it becomes the norm? This isn't mystical karma. It's the predictable outcome of unchecked power. Tools of oppression, perfected on marginalized groups, become standard governance. The lesson: defending others' rights isn't charity, it's self-preservation. Every right you let be stripped from a neighbor is one you surrender tomorrow. The war on cannabis is both a moral catastrophe for its victims and a warning. When a society stops defending each other, it paves the way for universal oppression.